democratic about
When you play the pit, and so then you think to yourself, you're like, well, how many can you keep this out? You think to yourself, like, how many can you keep them out? And you go, well, money, that's what we bring in. Right, that's what we bring people who go, let's all have fun. We've got a great weekend getaway planned, and then we could all be on camera doing something that would get us thrown in jail, have people rightly disgusted and want to kill us, and the worst things ever are now on camera somewhere, because tapes are somewhere. Now everybody is completely incapable of ever coming out and saying what's going on. Yeah. And, you know, and then those people are running a parallel Sure.
and that's a huge problem.
And it was essentially completely in control for 4 years.
Probably for more than 4.
The last
yeah,
for sure.
1,000%.
That's the best example we've ever had of that.
1,000%.
That has never really run a thing.
1,000%.
There's no way they let him.
And it's probably still in control to a certain degree now. Because it's very hard.
What to make your remote?
When you have something like that happen, it is very difficult to completely shut it down.
Well, well, here's a perfect example that we know it's definitely wrong things because Trump is still trying to figure out why he got shot. Like he was like, I want more information.
Yeah.
Like there's no information.
There's not
coming
going
to
to
him
be.
about.
There's not going to be.
That's a crazy story.
Also,
you should try to connect. Like if it's not American, if it's not us, it's not intelligence agencies that do it. That means a foreign government that hijacked this kid's brain and got him to climb on top of that roof. Like if somebody tried to get someone to assassinate a guy running for president, and no one seems to be interested in finding who that person or that group who influenced this kid is.
So many of these ex-intelligence chiefs pop up all over the world. They pop up in Dubai. They pop up on MSNBC. They love traveling. They're having meetings with people. They're all over the place. And they love people. They love cultures. They love meeting different cultures. And supposedly, I heard from someone who's smart and I consider trustworthy that there's actually large sectors of the global
You may have to tell me the one time. You gotta take it away.
Like there are tentacles into very large investment banks, private equity companies that a lot of these guys have.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Put it that way. Obviously, it's not a shocking thing.
Why would you let a private equity company operate?
Right. So you actually right. There doesn't seem to be a good answer to any of this. That becomes the real issue.
You're ever getting invited to these like fucking Illuminati conferences or these crazy things?
No, they wanted me to do stand-up at one conference, and it wasn't like Illuminati kind of thing. I don't know. It was like some type of...
Why, buddy? Is this you, Ruby?
Yeah.
And then eventually you go to some destination in the mountains in Wyoming.
Well, that sounds nice. It actually does sound nice.
Love you, buddy. Have a good sleep. Happy Easter.
It does seem weird that a lot
at 8 o'clock in the morning, please?
Okay, set my alarm.
People take interest in you that never
8 o'clock in the morning.
You know? For sure.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
It is strange people seem to care about you.
Bye, guys.
Or what you're saying, or people like, I think your read on that is wrong. And you're like, why do you care what it is? I'm a fucking guy with a talking on a microphone once or twice a week.
Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like people having influence that haven't been sanctioned.
They don't like that.
Yeah, they want all influence to be top down. All influence to be a part of a giant corporation.
Yeah,
that's what they want. They don't want influence to be just regular people. Regular people are fringe. They're far this or far that. They're problematic. They spew misinformation. There's no one who spews more misinformation than CNN. Over the years, how many times you guys, just what you guys did over COVID, if you were a podcaster, you'd be shut down. Right. Like if the podcasters were the one telling everybody to get vaxxed, get it, you won't spread it, you won't this, you won't that, there's no side effects. If podcasters are saying that, but the establishment news was saying, hold on, This is an experimental vaccine. We should not be asking women who are pregnant to take this. We should be not asking kids who are in no danger to take this. We do not know the long-term consequences. If podcasters were saying that, you know, if podcasters were on the government side instead of CNN, if CNN was the wise ones that told everybody to be cautious, they would want us prosecuted. They would be going after us for all the side effects that people are experiencing. You have blood on your hands. You're responsible for strokes and heart attacks and myocarditis and all sorts of autoimmune issues. You also have to think about how much easier it is for, let's say, an intelligence community to manipulate them than it is to come in there like that. An intelligence community is not going to. All they have to do is bring the UFOs. No, that's all I ask. I'm on the channel. Yes, that's all you have to do. That's very easy. We're going to go where Kosovo? I don't even know where Kosovo is on a map. If you tell me what the UFOs are, I'll have a guy in here explain why it's super important. But it is funny. It's like, what they'd have to do is pick somebody, have them become a comedian, start a podcast, get it on it. Like, it is difficult, right? Whereas if you work at a media company, it's very easy to just some new guys there. Yeah. Who's this? Right. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, somebody just shows up. Hey, Suzanne, run everything by Suzanne. Hey, how does this guy Bob Woodward? How does he get the most important? This is his first case. Lucky guy. Lucky guy. Wait a minute.
Nobody knows where I'm at.
Right. Lucky guy. That Watergate thing's so funny. I've been here for 30 years, man. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything. Fuck up. Bob's taking down Nixon.
Freeze!
Everybody
freeze! Did you
move? I did, yeah. Did you see the book? Yeah. Wait, which one? Why is the book on John Belushi? He said I read the first 5 pages and I was like, oh my God. They set up Nixon. Oh, that's funny. They framed Nixon. That's so funny. That's what he said. Yeah. He's like, if this is what they say, this is what the same guy said about John Belushi. Oh, it's not true. Right. You know John Belushi was like, right. He would drink a couple of beers.
Free guy.
Right. He didn't have tolerance. He wasn't this maniacal. It was all lies. They don't care at all about getting any accurate information. The time that he died, it was probably the first time he ever did a speedball. Wow. And Bill Murray was one of his best friends. Yeah, Bill Murray was like, I've known this guy most of my life. Right. And he goes, they framed Nixon. Right. And then I told him the whole story. They talked to Larson and told me. Yeah. Because I was like,
I am not a crook.
It was all FBI agents. Yeah. The whole thing was a complete thing. It was a sloppy burglary where they wanted it caught. They traced it back to Nixon because Nixon was doing things they hated. Well, this is the thing about Nixon. I don't know if you know, but what they said to Nixon, if Nixon was not guilty of the crime, but they told Nixon about the crime, and then
I want a refund.
That's how they got it. Right.
Give my money.
Of course. If he thinks
I don't get baseball bat to murder everyone.
He's coming to the crime. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Fucking killing him. Jesus Christ. What did you do, you bugged Cap City? Yeah. Fuck, they had to get rid of. They had to get rid of him. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw our phones in the river. No. Here's what happens now. Okay. How do we get out of this? Yeah. Where'd you put the bugs? Can we break in and take the bugs back? That's so funny. Yeah. They'd be so flattered if we bug kept sitting. That's awesome. Somebody told me last night that they hate us. I'm like, how do you hate me? Bye-bye. I used to love the old Cap City. If you got Cap City. If you got headliners and you need them, I'll promote it. I'll promote it on Twitter. Yeah. And the same thing with Moon Tower. They're mad at me too because I wouldn't have them at the club. I'm happy to help you. I would happy to help you. I just don't want you to book my club. That's all it is. My club is sold out every night. Yeah. And it's guys like you and Shane and Ari and all these. I don't want anybody else booking it. It doesn't mean that I don't support your cause. Of course. I just don't want you coming into my establishment. That's all it is. I want everybody to do well. There's 5 comedy clubs on my street. What you've done, I think, ultimately is good for the town. You bring people into the town. The problem is when people used to be in control of comedy in the town, and then all of a sudden they're not. And they used to be like the person that people would go to, and now they're incident. Right. Yeah, I think a lot of people struggle with that. The idea of that they're losing control. I think that seems to be the most angriest I've seen people online since the election that have railed against podcasts and have railed against. They seem to
You're watching the whole time.
They no longer
How's my son? Give him happy Easter, play, happy Easter.
And they still continue
I'm
to
gonna go
live
away for a minute, so I'm gonna jump
people
off.
that do podcasts.
Right.
I'll be live on TikTok.